Welcome to the game.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to take a look at Heavy Gear Blitz, the two-player starter box. There's actually two-player starter boxes. I'll talk about that in just a second. But Heavy Gear Blitz is a mech combat game, tabletop war game, played with miniatures over a battlefield. Heavy Gear goes back quite a ways. There was a CGI animated series.
Vanguard of Justice versus the Shadow Dragons!
There were a couple of video games I believe Activision had done.
Perimeter is breached.
Target acquired. I've got him.
And DreamPod 9 publishes the miniatures game. We're going to open that up, show you what comes inside of it. Now, like I said, there are two different starter boxes, which I think is really cool. The first one being the War for Terra Nova, where you will get the North and the South armies. You get 12 models for each, as well as the full rulebook to play the game. And then there is the other two-player starter set, the Battle in the Badlands, which is NuCoal and Peace River, two different factions. So if you were to get both starter sets, you got 4 factions ready to go. We're going to take a look at this. Let's get it opened up and show you what's inside. Okay, so it's a standard corrugated cardboard box for Battle in the Badlands. I believe the other two-player starter box is the same. And on the back, you'll see what we're going to get inside here. So with Peace River Army and the NuCoal Army, 12 models for each faction. When I just pointed this out using Gear Grinder, which is their online tool to create your own factions, just using basics, no variants, there was about 108 to 110 points, I think, between for each of these two factions. So if you add in some of the variants based off of different models that you can put together, you can easily bump those points up some. Also down here at the bottom kind of shows you some of the other things that you can purchase along with this. Towards the end of this video, I will show you the decals and the status tokens. So you can kind of see if you want to purchase those as well. So here it is. We're going to go ahead and get this opened up. I did already cut the plastic just for time. And here we go. So our Peace River models, our NuCoal models, nicely bagged. And then I do like that companies have started doing this, putting a protective sheet in here to protect rule books, paper, things like that from any models that might have pointy, spiky pieces that might do damage. Heavy Gear Blitz, the 3.1 rulebook. This is a pretty hefty rulebook. Now, don't let that fool you. It's not all rules. Rules go up to page 37. That's pretty much the end of your rules. Then it gets into force construction, and then kind of like your skill traits is a few pages. And that's it. That's the rules for the game right there. So don't let the size of the rule book, be kind of daunting. Like this thing is 294 pages, I think. Token sheet on the back, roster sheet on the back, 285 pages. It's really not 285 pages of rules. So what else is in here? So after that, you've got weapon recognition. There's a lot of different weapons in the Heavy Gear universe. And there's a lot of different gears. And lots of different variants of gears depending on which weapons they carry. Some building and painting guide. There is an online, which you can download for free. Again, we can also download this entire rule book for free off of Wargaming Vault, which is something else that's really cool. This entire rule book is available for free, or you can purchase a hard copy if you wish, but it's available for free on Wargaming Vault or Drive-Thru RPG. The assembly guide, which I want to say comes in at about 84 pages, same style. But it covers all the models for all the different factions that are in this rule book. So here's some fluff about the invasion in Terra Nova. Then it gets into the North, so you get a little information on the North faction, and then the different models for each faction, their stat lines, so you can easily, pick whichever faction you're playing with, go through, find out information about each and every model. And I do like that they have a picture of the models to go along with their stat line, just so it makes it easy for you to identify models, especially if you're new to the game. It takes a little while to understand and remember which models are which. So this is a really handy guide to do that. So you get the full rulebook in the box, and again, like I said, you could download it for free, which is just awesome. So here's the South. Just kind of flip through this real quick so you can kind of see. I mean, there's pictures, lots of different painted pictures, so you can get an idea if you're going to paint your army up. There's some ideas for the different paint schemes to kind of help you out. I'm not going to flip through every page. We'll be here all day. Land units, tanks, very cool. Peace River, which is one that we have in the box here. And then NuCoal, the other one in this box, in Battle of the Badlands, a 2-player starter box. And the models are really cool. The models are multi-part, so they're not pre-built, so you can actually style your model how you want. You can put the different weapons on it as you build it to make it one of the variants, or you can just kind of change their pose, so every one of your models, so if you get 4 warriors in this box, not all 4 warriors have to look the same. You can change their pose, even if they're virtually the same model, same weapon. You can kind of change their pose up a little bit because, these are multi-part models. The Legalists, the Black Talons. There's some very, very cool models in this game. CEF. Lots of tanks. Caprice. Caprice is kind of cool. They have their gears are 4-leg, which is kind of a neat distinction. Utopia, Eden, and the rest of the book. So, and then getting into buildings, rules for buildings. Pretty hefty token sheet on the back. You'll want to make a copy of this so that you will have the tokens that you're going to need. And then there's a roster sheet. But again, if you use the gear grinder online, it'll actually print out the cards for you as you build your faction. So excellent rule book. Very excited to get into that. Let me move this box out of the way. All right, let's take a look at NuCoal faction. So you're going to get your bases. You get 2 larger models, which is why you have the larger round bases, and then everybody else gets the smaller gears get a hex size base. This is the Chevalier, and this is the bigger mech that you get in this set. And again, this is the entire mech. So as you can see, there are plenty of parts, but there's plenty of weapons, so it really gives you the ability to alter their pose in different ways, and different weapons to give them the different variants. Let's see, we have the Corsair. I hope I'm not butchering that too badly. Right there. The Jerboa. And then we have a Chasseur. And again, I'm pretty sure I butchered that pronunciation. These are the 4 mechs you get. You'll get, I believe it's 2 Jerboa, 2 of the Chevalier, and then 4 of the other 2 to make out your 12 mechs. The detail on these guys is pretty good for the size. I just like the fact that the entire model is on the sprue. You've got different arm options. You can see this. You've got different arm options, a couple of different leg options, so you can kind of either make them standing or put them in a running pose. Different heads, and then the different weapons, so you can get the different variants. So very, very cool. I like the idea of being able to do that. We will put together some videos on building and painting to go along with this. But those are the 4 mechs you're going to get with the NuCoal Army. Let's take a look at what you're going to see with the Peace River faction. Again, Peace River, you're going to have your bases, and you get 2 of the larger bases in here to go along with the smaller. And our first one up is the bigger one. This is our Crusader 4, and you can see the big legs there. Different arm options, 2 for each. There's the body. Different weapons, including close combat with the big axe. Some missile pods. Big guns. Very cool. I have no idea how I'm going to put these together yet. As far as if I'm going to play with a variant or just go with just the straight one, your standard Crusader 4. This is the Skirmisher, which you'll get 2 of these. But again, you can see you've got, 3 legs, so you have a leg option if you want to make him. Sometimes some of them you can make kneeling, some of them you can make in a running pose. Just having those options is just kind of neat. Different arm options, as well as the different weapons. All right, let's see. We have our Crusader 4. This is the Warrior 4, and then this is the Warrior. So if you've got 3 bottles, click them together and go Warriors. Sorry, I love that movie. So with the Warrior 4, again, different leg options, different arm options, different weapon options. These are just really cool. The fact that you're not getting 4 of the exact same model. When you build your force, you can make each one a little bit different, give it its own character. And then the Warrior model, the Warrior sprue right here. So that's the 2-player starter box, guys. It's again comes with everything that we've just shown you. In addition to that, they sent us some extras that are available to purchase. And let me get these out of the way, and I will show you what else they sent us. The status token details. I want to say this is about $15 on their website. They do have, and I will show you. I will put a link down to their store. They are having a summer sale going on right now, so everything is like 20% off, which is really kind of cool. Or up to 20% off. The status token pack for Heavy Gear Blitz. These are etched acrylic and plastic. Let's see if I can get this open. I'll show you what these look like. And these are really nice. Just to enhance your game. If you're not familiar with the acrylic, when they're cut, they do have a paper backing on them that just peels off, and when you get it off, it'll be clear like that. So there's one that is already tearing off, it just needs to be finished removing, like so. And there you go. Very nice. Standby tokens, no actions. These little plastic ones are for damage, and you saw these in the back of the rule book. So if you like the plastic acrylic, here you go. Otherwise, you can just make a copy of the back of the rule book. Yeah, they're the same size. And just use the paper ones as well. So very cool there. And they also have decals for both forces, and from Fighting Piranha Graphics, water slide decals for both. This one is Peace River, and this is the NuCoal faction. And I'm going to hold those up so I can get those zoomed in so that you can see those a little bit closer. The water slide decals, I mean, basically after you get your model painted, you can add these additional details to it. The different faction markers, different warning labels, just to give them that little bit extra. So that's a really, really cool addition. Guys, that is it. That is, and again, as I said, the decals and the tokens are additional purchases with right now. Boy, I can't talk. Which right now, at the time of this filming, through I want to say the beginning of October, so at least through September, they are on sale on the website. So let me get back to the proper camera here. So there you have it, guys. Heavy Gear Blitz. I've been really excited about this for a long time. I've really wanted to get into this game. I really think the models are fantastic. I've been reading through the rules to try to get a handle on some of the different things. I have not put a force together other than just to play with the gear grinder, so I could tell you a little bit about it. I will put the link to the Wargames Vault and to the DreamPod 9 store down below, so you can go check everything out yourself. The rulebook that you can download comes with, like I said, comes with a bunch of extra stuff, which if I haven't shown it, I will show it right now. But it's just extra, terrain stuff that you can print and cut out, and there's more on their website, so you can go to their website, download a bunch of stuff. The only thing you need is the models, and you can buy the faction packs. If you find a faction that you like, you download the rulebook, read through the different factions, find one you like, and then just go buy that faction starter box, and you have a whole army. And it's really not expensive to get into, and if you buy the 2-player starter box, you got enough for 2 people to get going. So if you play Heavy Gear Blitz, who do you play, and how do you like the game? And if you don't, does this pique your interest? I would be very curious to know if you're at least, if you watch this and say, hey, that looks kind of cool, or I never even heard of DreamPod 9, leave me a comment down below. Please like, subscribe, it really helps. And let me know what you think. Heavy Gear Blitz, as you can see it behind me, and I've got some more pictures that I'll post up here. As always, thanks for watching. Thanks for your time. Have a great evening. Bye now.